Good morning, friends. I hope everyone is doing well. I request everyone to watch my videos in a sequence for better understanding. If you really like my videos, please press the like button, share the videos with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell button to get the regular updates. In the last few videos, we have discussed about that the medium access control mechanisms are broadly classified into three types. One is random access control mechanisms, controlled access mechanisms, and channelization mechanisms. When it comes to the random access mechanisms, we have discussed about the pure aloha and the slaughtered aloha. Then we have discussed about the CSMA mechanism, and even we have discussed about the CSMA by collision detection, meaning is that carrier sends multiple access collision detection mechanism. I hope you have watched all the videos related to the random access mechanism. Then we have discussed about the controlled access mechanisms such as polling mechanism, reservation mechanism, and token passing mechanism. In this video, I want to discuss about the channelization mechanisms, which is time division multiple access, frequency division multiple access, and code division multiple access in detail. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for a better understanding. So let me discuss about the time division multiple access. Before discussing about what is the time division multiple access in detail, let me discuss the small concept with an example. Let's take that in a room, four students are staying, okay, they are studying in some college. What they have decided, they have all shared the money and they purchased a bike, okay. They want to go outing somewhere, they have purchased a bike which is a one-seater. Let's take that one-seater bike they have purchased. So one-seater bike means only one person can travel using that bike, okay. Now what will happen? As it is a common bike, there will be always the competition. Everyone want, let's take that if it is a Sunday, everyone want the bike. Am I right? They want to go for a movie or something they want to do. Now all four cannot combinedly go because they have less money, so they purchased a bike. If it is a car, there is no problem. So if it is a Sunday, everyone want the bike. Then what they are doing? They are fighting with each other. So lot of fights are happening. So finally what they have decided is that some person have told this idea, like we will one person, like person 1, person 2, person 3, person 4 are there, 4 members na. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday is there. So what these persons have decided that Monday person 1 will use, Tuesday person 2 will use the bike, Wednesday person 3 will use, then Thursday person 4. Then again it is means alerted based on the again random one, means person 1 is alerted the bike on Friday, person 2 is alerted the bike, person 3. Then again next Monday will come, after Sunday Monday will come na, again fourth person, like that they have alerted the slots. Now this is good. But what is the problem? Let's take that Monday college is there. Then what will happen? Monday college is there and even lot of assignments are there. So he cannot use the bike. Similarly, the Tuesday, again person 2 can use it. Person 1 cannot use it on the Tuesday. Even if he need it also, he cannot use. Till he gets its next slot, he cannot use. So he has to wait till the Friday to get the bike again. So come to the person 2 on Tuesday. Even let's take that on Tuesday there is a college and he is also busy in the evening. Then what will happen? No one is using the bike because person 3 cannot ask it. Person 4 also cannot ask it because it is his own slot. Even person 1 also cannot ask it. Let's take that person 3 Wednesday, it is a holiday because of some vacation, that is a holiday. So he is enjoying and all the person 1, person 2 and person 4 is also crying. And similarly person 4 on Thursday, if he is free, he can use. Now what is happening is that this is okay. They have an agreement that each person has to use the bike on a particular day. This is good. But now let's take that on Monday, the person 1 is busy and he is not able to use the bike. Okay. However, person 2, person 3, person 4 are free. Still, no one is using the bike because the slot is belongs to the person 1. So, the resource is not utilized properly. Are you able to understand? So, this is the Tdma concept. So, let me discuss the concept here. So, I have discussed with the example. With this example, you can understand the Tdma mechanism. Now, let me discuss the actual concept. Okay. Now, let's take that 4 nodes are there. Node A, node B, node C, node D is there. Okay. They have a common transmission medium. If they want to transfer the data to anyone, they have to access the transmission medium. Using the transmission medium, then only they can send the data. Am I right or wrong? So, what they have done is that they have used a time division multiple access. So, the complete time will be divided into slots. Okay, and the slots are allocated to the each node. Complete channel, this is very important. The complete channel will be allocated to a particular node during this time slot. Okay, so the time slots are allotted based on the round robin mechanism. So node A, node B, node C, node D, again node A, node B, node C, node D, like that they will be assigned. Okay, so if node A have a packet during its own time slot, then only it can transfer the packet to anyone. Now you can ask me one thing, what will be the time in the time slot? Means what will be the minimum time in the time slot? The time slot will be in such a way that at least node can able to transfer a single frame. If it is less than that one, it cannot able to transfer a single frame also. Am I right? So it should be minimum of that the node can able to transmit a single frame. Are you able to understand? So here also there is a problem. Let's take that node B is assigned this time slot. Now node B does not have any data to transfer during this time slot. However, node A, node C, node D have it. However, node C, node D, node B cannot transfer the packet. Even node B is also not transferring the packet. So the channel is underutilized here. Am I right or wrong? So this is the way the time division multiple access works and the drawback in the time division multiple access. Now we will discuss about the frequency division multiple access. Okay. Frequency division multiple access. So here what they will do, you have a channel. Am I right? The single channel is divided into n number of channels. Let's take that you have 4 nodes are there. Okay, I'm telling you as an example. Then the total channel frequency will be divided into 4 channels, such a way that each node will be assigned a particular channel. Between the channels you will have the God channel or the God band, so that the noise will be eliminated. Am I right? Okay, so these channels are divided such a way that they are non-overlapping channels. Okay, are you able to understand? So the entire frequency is divided into 4 sub-frequencies such a way that each node is assigned a particular frequency or particular channel. They can transfer the data using that one. So each node is assigned a part of the frequency for complete time. So using that frequency they can send the packet. So this is the way the Fdma will work. Are you able to understand? In Tdma, the complete channel is allocated to a particular node for a particular amount of time. Whereas here, the frequency is divided into sub-frequencies and the sub-part of the frequency is assigned to a particular node for complete duration. Using that frequency, it can transfer the packets. Now coming to the Cdma, which we will call it as a code division multiple access. Okay, now you have a common transmission medium and you have a 4 nodes. Okay, Here the concept is that when it comes to the Tdma, the complete channel is assigned to a particular node during the particular slot. Am I right? When it comes to the Fdma, the part of the channel or the sub-channel is allocated to a particular node for complete duration. However, the Cdma, the complete channel, okay, the complete frequency is allocated to a node for the complete duration. Then you can ask me, the meaning is that this channel can be used by anyone at any time. Then you can ask me that there will be a collision. Am I right or wrong? So node A can use the transmission medium and it can send the packets, and similarly at the same time node D also can send the data. Then how it will be allocated? Then the meaning is that the collisions will be avoided. Each node will have a code. Okay, the properties of the code is such a way that if you multiply the code 1 and code 4, you will get 0. So any two codes, if you multiply, you will get a 0. Okay, now how the data will be transferred? Now let's take that node A has a data D1, node C has a data D2, node D has a data D3, node B has a data D4. Then how they will be transferred at a single time? If they all want to transfer at a particular time, then data will be transferred as D1 data will be multiplied with the code plus D2 with its code, D3 with its code, and D4 with its code. It will be sent such a way that there will be no collisions. I hope you have understood the Cdma and the Tdma and the frequency division multiple axis and the drawbacks of the Tdma and the Fdma and the what is the working process of a Cdma mechanism. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts in less than 24 hours. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.